Hello and welcome to F1 2019, the newest game in Codemasters lineup. And for once, I've actually managed to include my qualifying lap, so that's a bonus. So you get to see how bad I am at one lap pace as well as in the race. So yeah, obviously don't take this lap as the perfect lap. By no means it's a perfect lap. I know that already. I'm still learning the game, and there are some people that will blow me out the water when it comes to raw pace. But anyway, it's a nice change of atmosphere and a new game to learn the physics of as well, which is very nice and fun. And yeah, I'm currently. This is Friday Night Live, which is hosted by Contrast, the famous YouTuber. Well, more famous than myself, so he's definitely more famous than myself. But yeah, he's gone and decided to host this just before AOR's Oceania season starts. So there's going to be, I believe, 7 races or 7 weeks until AOR starts, just to iron out all the bugs. But qualify P3, a good 3/10 off a pole. So I was actually pretty happy with that, considering I was told that these were some of the fastest people in Australia. So I'm pretty happy to qualify P3. Got an amazing start. I was not expecting this start at all, and Banks also got an amazing start. And all of a sudden I was challenging for the lead turn 1, get tapped slightly by Jay Banks, but I was able to somehow get out in the lead, and immediately changing ERS just to try and start controlling the pace. And as per my tradition, we stay on board for lap 1. And this car, it's the spec car for F1 2019, so whenever you go online, this is a car you will drive. It's not like I don't know which car it's modelled after. I was told it was modelled after the Mercedes, but it's literally just a spec car that was made by Ross Brawn. So it's equal to everything else. There's no different handling to other cars. It's literally the exact same car, just the livery is different and the colours are different as well. So it's kind of cool to see that there is actual fully equal cars now. But yeah, just going through into the final sector now. I still need to get to grips with the new ERS system, as well as the new handling system that comes with this game. But honestly, I love this game, hands down. This game is one of the best games I've driven. I absolutely adore it. It's one of the best. But nothing happened for the first stint, so I ended up pulling into the pits. And that man there, F1 Amazing Hour, one of the fastest people I've ever come across. Like, he's up there with, as people from SRL will know, Matthew Walder, Francis McGinn. He's up there with those guys. Maybe even Better Sortes, but he's sort of slower at that stage. But come out in P11 and go for a 2-stop, as is evident, as I came into the pits on softs and came out of them on softs. But there's a couple of AI there to fill the seats. So instead of starting with what would have been 14 people, since 17 drivers were meant to show up, it filled 3 of those seats with AI drivers. And as you can see, even on 100 AI, they just get smoked. So yeah, on to the end of lap 7. I've caught up to the back of Andre and just absolutely smashing him down the straight. I've managed to make the undercut work on F1 Amazing Hour, and down the inside into turn 1 on Andre for P7. And cut later on, and F1 Amazing Hour has caught up to the back of me. I'm sitting in P4 currently, and I've caught up to the back of Fordy and Spilly, and this coming up by far is one of my most proud overtakes. As you can see, I've been done cleanly by Amazing Hour, and then on the brakes, 4 wide, I split the difference. F1 Amazing Hour goes down the inside, and somehow we both pass Spilly and Forte, and I somehow managed to keep ahead of F1 Amazing Hour. And then he goes around my outside. This is brilliant, just straight up. This has been some of the best racing I've ever had, and it's literally the first time I've been online racing, and I end up getting beaten out by Amazing Hour, and he drops me like a stone. Like, he's insanely quick. Lap 15 comes around. Yet again, nothing really happened after I got dropped. So I came to the pits to put on the mediums and just... Oh yes, this moment. I got a stop-go. There's a weird glitch with Bahrain where if you run 2 tyres off at the entry of the final corner, you will get a 5-second stop-go immediately. Like, it doesn't matter if you had warnings prior. It just gives you a 5-second stop-go immediately, so that's sort of sucky, but I ended up having to serve it, so I came out in P10, which kind of sucked since I should have been ahead of these two right here, Plevs, and I can't tell who that is in front of him. I'm sorry to whoever it is, but my screen is currently really small. But down the inside of Plevs here, it was going pretty slow, so I decided, fuck it, I'm going to throw it. And there was a bit of contact there. That's my bad. Like, I didn't leave enough room. That was my bad entirely. And then I was going and chasing down Spilly now, who was the guy in front, who's rocking the Manor livery, which is... I'd say he's repping a good decal, and I close him up a lot in the brakes. So, yeah, it was just a case of sitting behind him. And down the straight, slipstream in this game is solid, as you can see. Not even in the braking zone yet, and it's an easy pass down the inside. I even managed to make it to the normal racing line before eventually going through. And after pit stops, they took me to lap 25 to catch up to the podium positions, which was Darren, Pete, and Contrast were battling for. And as you can see here, I followed Darren around the outside. Like, I was not expecting to make this move work, but following Darren just worked out wonders for me. And then I was pushing to try catch up to Darren, who dropped me on the straight. And here, I brake a bit late. I give him a bit of a tap, and he loses the rear end, and I get through. My intention wasn't to bat it and give him the silver horns, but unfortunately, I missed my braking zone and hit him and got through that way. But thank God this isn't an actual AOR race, as slipstream is just ridiculous, and I just saw past Contrast on the outside. Easily done into the braking zone, and up into the podium positions I go. But yeah, it was just, the race was, I'm not going to say sweaty, as we come around the final corner to finish pretty solidly in P3, and I'm pretty happy with that overall, especially on the 2-stop. So pretty proud of myself there, as Pete absolutely slams it into the pit wall. But as we see the podium celebration, Dubsy wins from F1 Amazing Hour from myself. So, first online race in F1 2019, and I managed to stick my car into 3rd place, which I'm pretty proud of. Didn't lose any positions off the start. Didn't lose any positions from my qualifying. So, pretty proud of that. And as you can see, the personalised celebration, which is a lot better than last year's game, which was literally just buggy. But as you can see here, as we go from the black screen and you see my XP, I'm a pleb level 8 to level 10, and that's the race results there. Dubsy from Amazing Hour, from myself, from Contrast, from Darren, from Spilly, from Crossy, from Andre, from 2AI. But there will be more races in the future. I will catch you there. Peace.